Last time I read what happens to those who don't feed the hungry or clothe the naked or um, visit those in prison and ones who are sick. And I want to read what that story begins with. And it begins with in Matthew 25:31. It says, "When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, he will sit on his throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on his right, the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on the right, 'Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you did give me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. And I was a stranger, and you invited me in. And I needed clothes, and you clothed me. And I was sick, and you looked after me. And I was in prison, and you came to visit me.' Then the righteous will answer him, 'Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needed clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick and in prison and go to visit you?' And the king will reply, 'Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it for me.'" There are some wonderful people out there, many who have helped me in certain times, and I am sure that God will say this to them. And there's been some people who've taken me in, who've fed me and clothed me, and when I needed it, and did the same for others. And I know who they are, and I'm not going to say any names, but I believe that these people will hear uh, hear this. And so this finishes this part of the sheep and the goats.